Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sally, and if you are new here, I'm all about home, DIY and lifestyle. So if that is your type of content, please consider subscribing to this amazing, I'm saying amazing, it's really amazing channel. And thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. We did that. Y'all, you guys did that. You did that. I hit it 2 weeks ago, but when I hit it, I wasn't feeling my best, and hence I've taken a bit of a break. But I have returned stronger than ever, with more DIYs and more fun stuff to do, more cheap things, more cost-effective things, and more aesthetically pleasing things. Now that we're inside, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let's get into the DIYs. I have 2 projects for you as opposed to just one today. The first project are some DIY floating shelves, and the second one is a DIY storage or decor basket. All of these things are made with recyclable materials and some rope. I got the rope from Builder's Warehouse, and I think it's 100 Rand or less than that. Don't buy the thick rope, buy the thin rope. It works better and it looks much more neater. So let's just get into each individual project and see how each one was made. Hopefully you guys recreate these, and if you do, please tag me on them. Let's get into the DIYs. You will need some rope and an empty bottle of water. You can use a thirsty one or you can use the blue ones, but I prefer using the thirsty one because it's clear and it really helps when you start making the basket and then you put it in the bathroom or wherever. I also want to make a quick note on the building of the basket and the type of rope to get. Do not get the thick rope, do get the thin jute rope, because I got the thick rope by mistake and I had to undo it and re-braid it because it was too thick to fit on my basket and it was too thick to do anything with. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sand your bottle. This will help the glue that you're going to use to stick the rope onto the bottle stick on better. So you do want to be sanding that bottle, and I got this glue from Crazy Store. I don't like it because it doesn't dry clear. I would recommend you get a glue that dries clearer. You're going to stick it on one spot. I usually recommend the back of the bottle or the back of your basket. You're going to stick it at that one spot, and once you've sanded it, sticks quite well. And you're going to put glue all along the line of the bottle, just where you're going to stick your rope, and you're going to go around the bottle, little glue around the bottle, little glue around the bottle. You'll see here when I now demonstrate to you. You don't have to glue entirely every time, but I prefer doing it because remember, my rope is a braided rope, so it's uneven in some parts and even in some parts. So I just wanted to make sure that when I glued it on, it stuck, and then things didn't stick out to get me. Once you go all around the bottle, you can make sure that everything is nice and tight, everything is looking good, as long as the bottle doesn't show through. So you want to keep squeezing your rope together to make sure that everything is nice and tight. If you do want to add extra rope, you totally can. If you want to make it a bit higher, you totally can do that. Just add more rope. Personally, I feel like you should cut the bottle first before putting the rope on, but because I did it this way, I'm going to show you how to do it this way because it still turned out pretty great. So you're just going to wrap it around until you feel like, yeah, this is the height that I want my basket, and then after that you can stop the wrapping and just glue everything together. Make sure that everything is nice and squiggly and nice and tight. After wrapping is done and you feel like this is the size of basket that I want, you're going to go one row up and cut off the plastic bottle. After you're done with that, you can just cut off the excess that is left of the plastic and your basket will be completed. I prefer using a white bottle because even when you look inside, you can't really tell too much that it's plastic, especially from afar. So I like the way the clear plastic looks. You can use the blue one and put a cloth or a linen cloth inside to hide the plastic part of the basket, but I liked it just like this. And here is your finished basket. So for this project, I used some scrap wood that my neighbor actually gave me because he builds cupboards. This is very easy to make. It is a floating shelf / not floating. It's perfect with people who are renting or people who are not allowed to drill or do not have a drill to drill in their buildings and build floating shelves. So the first thing you're going to want to do is sand your wood. Sanding is very important and ensure you have a smooth surface everywhere. You're then going to go ahead and paint the wood. I chose this acrylic paint. I think it was 25 Rand from Crazy Store, and it's a matte black because I want my bathroom to have matte black accents everywhere as well as the house. I only used one coat. This paint is so awesome. I only used one coat. So I painted on the top, let it dry, and I flipped it over the next day and painted at the other side. On the other side rather. So you're going to let these dry for 24 hours and your shelves are basically ready. After your shelves are painted and ready for use, you're going to now cut your rope. This is how we're going to hang it onto the wall without using any nails or anything like that. So you're going to cut your rope according to these measurements. You will need 4 pieces of rope because I'm making 2 shelves. If you're making 1 shelf, you will need 2 pieces of rope. You can measure just one to the exact measurements and then just measure the rest according to that one that you already measured. 4 pieces of rope. And now I will demonstrate how to tie this knot. You will tie a knot at the top of the rope like you're tying a tie, demonstrated here. And at the bottom of the rope, you will tie it as if you're tying a shoelace, demonstrated here as well. Soon come. So just look carefully. It is a knot at the top, and at the bottom you tie it like you're tying a shoelace. And that is how you will make your rope or your base for your shelf. You will then stick on your shelf with these sticky stickies. This is for us renter people who can't drill into our walls. You just measure according to your own personal wall and you stick the stickies exactly aligned. Please use a ruler. We just use the wooden pieces to align them, and you're going to insert your wood inside the rope. The knotty part is going to go on top, and the one where you tied like a shoelace is going to go at the bottom. So if you can see clearly here, the knot where you tied it like a tie is on the top, and the knot where you tied it like a shoelace is at the bottom. Do you get me? Just so your shelf has some balance, and you can insert it right in the middle of there. And I decided to put my basket on top of the shelf and use an artificial hanging plant. I got this at a Chinese store, at China Mall actually, and I'm just going to balance the shelf properly. I suggest you wait a while so that the sticky majiggies can stick on properly to the wall. I'm just going to put in my cotton wipes for when I do my skincare routine in there. I'm going to do my toner, and I'm also going to place some toilet paper on the top one. So this is an amazing piece of storage, especially if you are on a budget.
I'm then going to cut off the edges. I didn't like the way the edges looked. I'm going to cut them off and make sure that the shelf looks a bit neater than it does. The shelf is not high durability shelves, so don't put heavy objects on it. You know, these things aren't as powerful as we'd like them to be, so just be careful of that and put some lightweight things.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will have a new video for you ready next week, and subscribe to this channel if you want to see this face again, or just the DIYs. It's fine if you skip the intro. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next week for the next DIY. Cheers.